My name is Do Not Obey, and let's get started. Let's get it. All right, guys, welcome back. It's me, Do Not Obey, and let's just jump right into this. So, on the night of July 4th, 1954, San Antonio, Texas, the town was shaken with a murder of a 3-year-old girl. Now, I'm not going to get into the details. I'm not. Now, the man accused was, his name was Jimmy Shaver, okay? He was an airman. He was at the air base. He had no criminal record, and he had claimed to have lost his memory the night of the accident, or of the accident period. Now, how the little girl was taken to me is strange. I'm not judging, but this is, what happened. The parents went into the bar to have a drink. The little girl was in the car with her brother. She was 3 years old. She was supposedly playing in the car with her brother. I don't know if it was her baby brother or her older brother. I don't know. It's not my business, Jesus. But the little girl does come up missing, okay? Let's just fast forward. Okay? So, once the little girl was seen not there, like she was missing, a party came together, like a group search, and everybody was looking around for the little girl, okay? Now, out of nowhere, they say that they ran into Mr. Shaver. He wandered out of the darkness. He was shirtless, covered in blood and scratches. Making no attempt to escape, he let the search party walk him to the edge of the highway. Bystanders describe him as dazed, like in a trance, a zombie-like state. And throughout reading this, it is always said that the man never seemed drunk. He said that he hadn't been drinking, and all that. So, Mr. Shaver ends up saying, I guess coming out of his trance, the ultra, "What is going on here?" he asked. They said he didn't seem drunk, but he couldn't say where he was, or how he had gotten there, or whose blood was all over him, right? Now, I think some time went by. They said that he was arrested at 29. Like, I'm not going to go through this whole thing. It's very detailed. It's very graphic. But it says that he was arrested at 29, in suspect of her murder, the little girl's murder. He was married with 2 children, and he had no history of violence. So, fast forward some more. Let's get to the time. Let's see. So they investigated him. They interrogate him about the morning. He explained that he left with a friend. It was proven that he did leave with a friend, but somehow he ended up back there. He wasn't drunk. I don't even believe they were drinking. Now, the next morning, when his wife, Shaver's wife, comes to visit him, it's noted that he didn't even recognize who she was. And this is somebody that he has been married to and has kids with. It said that he gave his first statement at 10:30 a.m. and admitted that another man was responsible. He could summon an image of a stranger with blonde hair and tattoos. After the Air Force Marshal returned to the jailhouse, however, Shaver signed a second statement taking full responsibility. even though he says that he still didn't remember anything. All right, so 2 months later, now we're into September. His memories still haven't came. He's like, dude, I don't remember getting there. I don't know how this happened. I don't know. Maybe okay, if I did it, but I don't know how I did it. I don't remember. So his memories aren't there. They haven't returned. So the commander of the base hospital, Mr. Robert S. Bray, ordered a psychiatrist to evaluate him. So this is where Mr. West comes in. Dr. West. We're going to call him Dr. West. He's the head of the psychiatric services at the air base. So West evaluates Mr. Shaver. They spent the next 2 weeks under his supervision. They returned to the scene of the crime to try to jog his memory. He still couldn't remember, right? So then West, Mr. Shaver's doctor, hypnotizes him. He gave him an injection of something that you can call truth serum to see if he can clear his amnesia. Now, while Shaver was under the hypnosis, they recorded a testimony. He recalled the events that night. He confessed, allegedly, and this is all alleged as well, but I'm saying allegedly that he confessed to killing the 3-year-old. Now, at the trial, because this does go to trial, West made only a minimal effort to help Shaver out, right? The airman was found guilty. Then he had an appeal saying that he didn't have a fair trial. And then in 1958, he was convicted on his 33rd birthday, 3-3. And this is where I'm getting into the Mason numbers. See, they're starting to pop out. And he was also, he had a retrial, and then on 1958, on his birthday, his 33rd birthday, he was executed. So they executed him on 3-3, his 33rd birthday. Now, what makes me think this is all connected to MK Ultra is because it says that the trial, which hinged on Shaver's testimony, might have ended differently if the jury had known about West's past. Mr. West, the man who put him under hypnosis. According to some papers that surfaced, West was connected to the CIA project MK Ultra. Likely compromising more than 149 subjects and 185 researchers were either almost exposed or involved when this paperwork came to light. The New York Times calls MK Ultra a secret 25-year, $25 million human mind experiment. At the trial, West maintained that Schaefer suffered about a temporary insanity the night that he supposedly did what he did. Large portions of West's truth was immersed in an interview that Shaver had done with his doctor, and it was recorded and put into court. The doctor had used leading questions to walk Shaver through the crime, basically leading is, in a way, it's not like you're asking a question if you did it. It's saying, well, when you went to the house, well, if he didn't go to the house and he said he didn't do it, how could he be at the house? So it's kind of like, I guess, like leading questions, right? Like, and making you involved when you're not. So he led him. And it also says that a lot of the transcripts where Jimmy still said that he still didn't remember doing anything, it gets very descriptive, but doing anything to that young little baby, that 3-year-old. But he does remember being there but he also remembers another person there, right? So what if that other person was his watcher or his what do you call those things that they have in the Hollywood, a handler? Um so I just think that this could possibly be another case connected to MK Ultra. It's sad. Um, this also says that Wes was a professional and he was fascinated with LSD. So this also connects another scientist connected with the GOV, the government, connected to MK Ultra, connected to LSD. So I'm going to leave that right there. So I hope you guys did enjoy this. And like I always say, do not obey. Stay woke. Peace.